And we are almost live everywhere. Give YouTube a second to catch up. And, all right. Looks like we're good. Put out these announcements. All right, cool. Eric, quick audio check. Um, I can't hear you on the X space. All right, cool. Eric, Eric, can you hear me? No Eric yet. You're muted on the X space. All right, well, still can't hear Eric. Eric, can you hear me? Okay, well, in the meantime, I will get.
Mic test. Can you hear me, guys, in the audience?
Now we can hear you. You were muted before. Um, all right. Eric, while I get the rest of the announcements out, can you give an update on monthly active users and all the growth data?
Yes. I'm pleased to announce the Lions that we are officially at all-time highs in terms of monthly active users. We still have one more day to go, but we are at 1,818 users. That's 1,818 users. That's around 6% from the record amount of users. So great month. In terms of monthly active threaders, we are also at the yearly highs with 1,200 threaders. And in terms of content creators, we're a little bit behind from the all-time high, which is 1,227, but this is the second best month with 1,100. So just amazing numbers we're pulling in this month. Of course, we still have a lot to go, but the trend to the upside is recovered. We have recovered that trend. In terms of content consumers, this is the best third month with 405 content consumers or commenters, however you want to refer to that. And yeah, I mean, it's just an overall great month. I'm gonna update this chart. But yes, looking beautiful. All-time highs everywhere.
Yeah, definitely like that we're at all-time highs. As you guys know, we've been very focused on growing the monthly active users. I would say, especially now, we spent all this time on this tech stack, and we've gotten to a really good place in terms of that. The feature set on INLEO, and I've mentioned this a few times, but I'm extremely happy with where we're at right now in terms of features and the rollout of bug fixes and all the things from a technical perspective. So now I think the key is just scaling. So we're focused on scaling in many different ways, whether it's the tech stack or monthly active users, we're just kind of scaling on all fronts. So Threads V, from a technical perspective, we're working on Threads V2 right now, and I'll just give a very quick housekeeping update since we didn't have an AMA on Tuesday. Um, we've been focused on V2 for threads, and really what V2 brings is a radically new backend that is far more scalable. So we're focused on delivering that, and I think that delivering it in time for all these Dash integrations, and then also what we'll talk about today in terms of the meme communities. We're basically just gearing up to be ready for all these new users. We have a lot of things that needed to be kind of cleaned up and handled in order to be ready for those. So that's really what Threads V2 is about. There's a couple new features that are kind of bundled into it, just because those were relatively easy to do. I'm just changing my background here because I see that it was looking a little strange. Um, so yeah, the update for Threads V2 is really about scaling and being ready for all these users. And then, from there, just obviously a few extra features got added, mainly because they were just kind of easy to integrate. But from there, it's really just about onboarding a bunch of new users. So the the Dash integrations and what we've been working on with the meme communities, I think are going to be some of the big kind of ticket winners in terms of onboarding new users. So definitely happy that we're at all-time highs, and in terms of user base. We do need to push very hard going into the rest of this year. So it's obviously October 31st. We've got really 8 weeks until the end of the year now. So it's important that we kind of take things to the next level, and focus on delivering in a big way in terms of scaling the user base. So I would say from now till the end of the year, it's going to be feature light, and it's going to be much more about scaling and onboarding. And in terms of new technical features, it's going to be relatively light. In terms of like major rollouts. Really, it's a few key things. It's Leo AI, which is being trained in the background, and can't be sped up. That's going to be delivered when it's delivered. Scale backend with Threads V2, adding all the Dash integrations, which I think are going to be very, very interesting. Because what we're doing with the Dash integrations is actually just a template that we can then take to other communities as well. But we're definitely going to be heavily focused on Dash and the Dash ecosystem. Dash is one of the most recognized names in the crypto space, and I think they bring something that we really need, which is INLEO has this incredible tech stack, and the Dash team has told us that they completely agree with that, and that our tech stack is really incredible. But what we don't have is the brand recognition and the kind of widespread awareness that a project like Dash has, because they've obviously been around for a very long time, and we're at one time in the top 10 crypto market cap. So they've got a very big brand presence out there in the crypto space, and I think onboarding them is going to be a huge moment for us. So between and moving from the technical, because I just wanted to do the quick housekeeping, to the growth part of things. I think between the Dash ecosystem and the meme communities that we've been working with, we're gonna easily see the next 8,000 monthly active users that we need to see get onboarded. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of hard work, from a growth perspective, but I'm pretty optimistic given what's been happening lately.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you mentioned this probably like a month ago that the features development would slow down a little bit, just to give way to an easier and a smoother onboarding, given that we are 2 months away from the end of the year. So the focus right now, and very rightly so, is definitely on getting the people here. We have the platform now. Well, we've had the platform, but you know what I mean. Like you said, the platform is set up perfectly right now to onboard as many people as we can. So the focus now is definitely onboarding.
Yeah, definitely focus on onboarding. Welcome Banners and Border, first time joining in. Yeah, we do these every Thursday at noon Eastern. Um, we didn't have one last week because of some scheduling conflicts, and then Tuesday also had some scheduling conflicts for the AMA, but typically do the growth call every Thursday at noon Eastern. Yeah, I don't know why my keep losing the threads, but Salome said we want more memes. Meme communities are super active. Yeah, so let's dive into some of the meme stuff. But you're right, meme communities are extremely active. They bring not only a lot of activity, but a lot of like positive, optimistic energy, which I really like. I think it's just kind of like a good it brings like a good like vibe would be a decent word to describe it, but it's these meme communities have very strong community presence and actions, and they tend to be very optimistic and very positive, um, especially in a technical sense as well. And you could see that in the Chain Chatter episode we did yesterday with one of these meme communities. Their community's presence is super strong, and they're just generally pretty positive. And I think we need more of that on the platform. Being that we've emerged out of Hive, I think there can be circulates, and we definitely need more of the other side of the spectrum, which is like fresh blood and people who are positive, doing positive things, not just for money necessarily, but just because they enjoy interacting and being part of a community. So I think the memers, or the meme communities that are out there provide a really interesting diversification in terms of our melting pot of users. So I like this new focus that we have. And Eric and I will use this episode to kind of dive into what we've been doing behind the scenes with some of these communities. But we've basically got three communities right now that we're focused on, um, in terms of onboarding them. And we have a really interesting approach, I think, because of the way that it's set up. So I'm really excited about what this could mean in terms of onboarding, new monthly active users. But the TLDR version is, we've been having some meme communities on the Chain Chatter episodes like we did yesterday and the previous week. And these communities, it's like I said, they offer a lot of positivity, they offer a lot of energy, they offer, a lot of engagement. And obviously they bring the memes. And, you know, being that we want to add these users to our user base, Eric and I have been thinking about how we can get these communities to onboard, the main community leadership, and then have that leadership focus on getting their users onto INLEO, and then we can support the leadership. So one of the ways that we've been approaching them, and it's been really successful so far. I mean, pretty much I don't actually think anyone said, so it's pretty much 100% hit rate so far with these three communities. Um, so we're essentially approaching them and saying the INLEO team will buy 1% of their meme token supply, in the INLEO treasury wallet. And in exchange, we want to onboard their community onto INLEO, and help the leadership be successful on INLEO so that the whole community that they bring with them can be successful as well. And what that means is their community leadership gets onboarded, they get active, and then they start continuously pushing INLEO to their community as another place for them to gather, to engage with each other, share their memes, and overall be active and get rewarded for being active. And a lot of these communities, they really want to earn crypto, and they're already familiar with crypto. Obviously, they're already in the meme industry. They're using different blockchains. They're actively using addresses and wallets. So there's a lower barrier to entry in terms of teaching them about INLEO and how to use the platform. And then when we show them things like the referral system, where they can earn even more by bringing their friends, and then we show them creator subscriptions. We talk about how the upvote economy works and they can earn Leo tokens. They get really excited. So, we can see that excitement, and we can see that, the growth potential is extremely exponential. Because really what it takes is, what it takes to get to 10,000 monthly active users and beyond is going to be onboarding the right people that will then take their referral links and then onboard even more people. And then you get that network effect started. So what we really need is just the network effect to get rolling. We've fully saturated, in my opinion, the Hive ecosystem in terms of onboarding Hivers. I think, the entirety of growth in the future is going to come from outside the Hive ecosystem. So we really need to take what we've built, especially with the referral system, in my opinion, put it in the hands of the right people, and then have those people, grow the platform by inviting their friends. 10 people in a meme community invite 10 of their friends. Those 10 friends invite 10 people each. And then those, 100 people invite 10 people each. And then you just keep going. And doing that, I think, is really the key to the future of INLEO and growing the platform. 10,000 monthly active users is the goal by the end of this year. But after this year, it's obviously going to be a lot more than that. Network effects are a very interesting thing because once you get them going, they can take off like a rocket. So really important that we need to focus on, growing these communities and getting people active with the referral code. Banners and Borders said, how many referrals do you need to be able to cash out? You need a minimum of $10 in referral rewards in order to cash out. We may lower that barrier, but it's in place right now to prevent abuse, but there's other ways we can prevent abuse. So we will be changing that in the future. But really the key is, and I see so many people asking that, and then so many people saying, well, I don't, I want to wait or like do this or that. And I think that's just the approach should be get as many referrals as you can, stack up those rewards as much as you can. And, obviously then you can claim over time. So it's really just like, I don't know. I see a lot of people waiting because they don't see the claim button. But that approach just doesn't make sense to me. You should just be onboarding and stacking those rewards as much as you can. And obviously the more active those people are, the more you earn. Banners and Borders said, is the cash out in HB or Leo? There's a blog post if you want to go into the details of it. And then you can also just go to the referrals page, and it shows that it's in Leo. And then if you click how it works, it'll show you exactly how you earn more by people being more and more active.
Yeah, and the reason all of these is working out is because in order to, so what I've been saying a lot over the past few months is that memes are probably like 2-3% of the total market cap of crypto, which is nothing. I actually checked it yesterday, it was like 2%. 70 billion versus, the I think it's 2 trillion or something like that. I can't remember the actual data, but the point is it's very, very low, very, very little. And once people are saying that utility coins will not have like they will like sort of revive because memes and attention is going to flow from memes to utility. I don't think that's true because of the simple fact that memes are so small. I mean, of course, you hear about them a lot because that's the noisy side of X. And, it doesn't matter how big the market cap is. The people who are on memes and, the fun, the meme creators, the meme lords, and all of those, they are definitely the loudest. So it's easier to make a post about a dog or a cat than to make a post about a layer 3 cross-chain zero knowledge bridge, of course. And it's more like it's faster, it's easier, people understand it better, people resonate with it better. So memes in general are not that big. And instead of thinking like the thesis that people are saying that their money from memes is going to go to utility, I don't think that's true. I think that utility, when it pumps, it's definitely going to find some exposure to memes. So I think memes are here to stay. I've been pushing these thesis for a while and moving. Some people are calling meme-tility, where utility projects find a way to connect with memes or find a way to provide a use case or a product market fit for memes while they are also getting attention and getting all of this exposure to this narrative. So it's pretty simple. The thesis is pretty simple, in my opinion. The idea is to using Leo as a social media platform to give these memes another set of eyes with the Hive community, at the same time provide them a way to create some contests and to create some some fun engagement that involves rewards, not only for the project but also for the users. Whereas on X or everywhere else, people are just working for their bags. You buy a meme coin and then you start shilling it on X, and then you expect or hope that the price will go up, and that's basically it. But if you add another layer of, okay, post your meme on X and at the same time post it on INLEO, and maybe you will earn 10 cents. That's not a lot, but it's more than what you have been earning on X for 6 years or 10 years or whatever. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship where people do not have to stop posting on X. And we have been very clear about this. People do not have to stop their X life, so to speak, to actually make to build a brand or to build a community or to build a follower base, whatever, on X. And the cool part is that the projects, they just need to use INLEO in parallel. So they start earning referral rewards, they start earning post rewards. And in the end, like some team member from one of the tokens was telling me, oh, so we basically don't have to do much. We just have to do what we're doing right now and also share it on INLEO. And I was like, yes, that's basically it. And when you post something on Medium, post it on INLEO as well, and just share your INLEO link instead of your Medium link. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can do that, definitely. So the barrier of entry is so low for INLEO right now, especially with meme coins, because utility tokens are like, projects are like, oh, but I need to take care of my reputation, and maybe Medium is better because it's known, and blah blah blah, and all of this seriousness and all of this stiffness, which is just understandable because the approach to the space is different. But memes are like, hell yeah, we're gonna get some contests for the community, and we're gonna give them some money through the Leo platform, blah blah blah. Yeah, let's go, let's do it. They'll like it, especially because memes are an attention-driven economy. The whole thesis, which I like, is build community, create a cult, keep the attention, expand that attention, get more users, and then keep growing. It's simple. It's simple. So I think the move of INLEO to partner with meme tokens is incredibly on point. So I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the meme communities offer a lot of value to us in terms of engagement and a lot of other things. So definitely want to see them onboarded and active. Um, Banners and Borders asked, how do you guys track retention? I can say if it wasn't for Andresino guiding me, I would probably not have understood stuff here. Yeah, it's, obviously retention is a very difficult thing. What it really takes is the community. So you see like Andresino helped you stay, retained and active. At the end of the day, it's really about the social experience that keeps people retained. So, rewards are obviously a part of it as well, I think. And that just can't be denied. A lot of people are going to choose us or choose, using us to some degree because we offer rewards and other platforms don't. So, there's just no way around that. And it's an advantage, it's a feature, it's not a bug that we have those rewards. So we should make sure that we're leveraging that in the right way. That being said, the real way that people get retained is through the community itself. So you mentioned Andersino kept you active and kind of guided you through the process and getting familiar. At the end of the day, it's really going to take, one-on-one kind of like hand-to-hand combat with, existing community members helping those new people as they come in. There's so many questions and there's so many, things to do on the platform and things to explore. Sometimes it just takes, a kind of mentor to help you. So one of the ways I think that the referral, like I'm very headstrong about the referral program because I think that in a lot of ways it solves the problems of onboarding and retention. Obviously it gives the existing user a reason to onboard people because they get rewarded. And then it also allows that person to become a mentor for all the people they onboard, and it gives them an incentive to do so. So if you go to the referral page and you click on how it works, you'll see that the referral rewards is as the person you referred becomes more active. So your goal as a referrer should not just be to get new people, it should be to also get your existing people to be more active on threads, be more active with blog posts, to try premium for a month. Because if they do those things, then the per user rewards that you earn will be significantly higher. So you can earn up to $50 per onboard, but it requires that each onboard is extremely active in terms of making threads, making blog posts, trying premium, and things like that. So, for to be a successful referrer, it's not just about width, it's also about depth. So it's in terms of width, you want to get a lot of new users onboarded with your code. And in terms of depth, it's about, those people that you onboard getting active and staying retained. So I think that the real retention is going to come from people onboarding other people and then continuously encouraging them to be more active so that they also earn more rewards in terms of referral rewards. So that's kind of a key piece of retention, in my opinion, is the way we've set up this referral system is designed not only to get new people in, it's designed to retain people because if you want to get the bigger rewards as a referrer, those people need to be active over a longer period of time. So I think I'm a big fan of the Charlie Munger quote, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. So I think the incentive structure that we've built is designed not only around onboarding people, but about around retaining them as well.
Yeah, and it also circles back to how meme communities operate. Uh, like I said, it's all about attention, and the attention is attained or gained through interactions. So the way that, and we just recently implemented this for INLEO. If you want to help us out, join our Telegram group. I just recently made a thread about it. I'll drop it in the threadcast, but it's simple. The more attention and the more engagement the content of the main accounts get, the more eyes it can potentially get that content. So just like these official accounts share a tweet and then the community like drowns that tweet with engagement, the same can be said for INLEO. Any announcement the official accounts make, they will just say, hey, community, go leave a comment here, go leave an image, go leave a meme, interact with it, vote it, whatever, and the community will go. So you're not actually like the meme projects will not actually have to force their users to interact, which could be said for some utility projects where you see their posts on X, they have 10,000 followers and they have 3-4 comments, because they are not really playing the engagement and the attention game. They're playing a different game where they post good updates, significant announcements, and they don't care about the engagement because what matters is the essence of the content. So within Leo, when we explain to them the way that our algorithm works through engagement, it's going to be the same. Any meme project is going to make an announcement. They're going to tell their community, go engage. They're going to do it. And we are about to see a lot of trending posts and trending articles on INLEO and everywhere else of meme coins, because they know how to play this game and they're good at it and they do it naturally. They don't have to force anything. So it's just the perfect kind of partnership for both sides.
Yeah, 100%. They have what we want and we have what they want. And I think that that's a really good way to view it. How can we make it a win-win for both communities and ecosystems? And I think, the approach that we're doing where we say, we'll buy 1% of their token, with our treasury is a really good approach because it shows that we're invested in their success. And then in exchange, they can invest in our success, by using the platform and earning Leo. So I think it's just a really good way to show that we're very serious with these communities and, we're looking to help them, not just help ourselves. And that's really important is when you're looking at collaborations the way that we are, doing so in a way where you're actually being collaborative is a very good approach. Ironically or not ironically, it's kind of an obvious thing, but a lot of people don't do it because people are always kind of focused on what you can do for me, not what can I do for you. So I think INLEO taking the approach of like, what can we do for these communities and how can we, make their lives better, make their community more engaged, help them grow their ecosystem. If we focus on providing value to these communities, then they'll bring their users, and more users for us is more value for the Leo token. We have all these incredible ways of monetizing the Leo token. And really just the only thing standing in our way is scale in terms of users. So, we've got premium, we've got creator subscriptions, we've got Leo ads coming on the horizon. We have all the models in place to monetize. And then we also have Leo Dex is already live. And that's another great way to monetize. We have all these incredible tools in place that generate revenue and capture value. But the real key is how do we scale and get more people using these tools so that the revenue is larger. So it's much we've already gone from 0 to 1. So now we just need to grow and scale. And I think going from 0 to 1 is really the most difficult part. So we've already kind of gotten over the most difficult part in terms of getting the tech in place, in terms of getting some revenue in place. Now the key is just how do you make it larger so that the token grows more. And by the way, and I've mentioned this before, the Leo token being successful breeds more success in terms of onboarding more users. The only way to earn Leo is to use inleo.io. So if the Leo token was worth 10 times more than it is right now, then there's going to be a lot more people engaged in using the site because it's going to be obviously a lot more rewarding. You're going to be earning the same amount of Leo you are now, but you're going to be doing like the dollar value of what you're earning is going to be higher. We've seen this play out time and time again on Hive in all the different cycles that have come and gone in crypto. As the price of Hive goes up, people get more active and people come back to the platform. People also come and discover the platform. The token price going up is not just a fun thing or like, a hopeful thing. It's an actual thing that drives more users and more engagement. So really, and we always talk about the flywheel or the snowball effect, but it is really a thing. Like it's, if the token price starts going up, then more people are going to come in, and more people come in, then more value gets captured through all the models we built. And if more value gets captured, then the price goes up more. So that flywheel continues to spin. So really important that we build that initial flywheel effect. And the faster we can spin it, the more users will capture. So, between Dash and these three meme communities, I'm really excited to see, a lot of users get onboarded in a relatively short period of time. We're going to make November really count in terms of onboarding and retaining these users. So we need to make November count, and then we can spin that flywheel and see the effects really take hold, towards the end of November and into December.
Wow, I can't believe it's already been a year since we made, well, not a year, but since we made that. I don't know if you remember the video that it's pinned on the on your YouTube channel. It's the end of the year or the new year video, I think. Wow, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's crazy. Time flies, and now we're kind of in the end game in terms of users. So this is the most important moment for us, in my opinion.
Yeah, and what gets me really excited, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about it, but what okay, so we have these three pilot programs with the three projects, but we also have like the snowball effect that this can create is going to be, I don't want to be a cliche, but legendary, because once these meme coins notice that we're for real and that we buy 1% of the supply, and then we create this network effect with an existing community like INLEO that hasn't really tapped into memes yet, the attention that these projects are going to get, and also the attention that INLEO is going to get through this attention that memes are going to get, because it's hard to find small cap meme coins that actually partner with a utility project with real utility, with real product market fit. So if we manage to, well, not if we, when we do this correctly, what it will happen is that the attention that we're going to get is going to grow larger, and meme coins are actually going to reach out to us. Of course, we will have some sort of filtering, of course, where we will focus on because memes obviously as a more risk and reward level of risk, there comes a lot of just the obvious rug pulls, the obvious things that can go wrong. But that being said, if we best is the word, if we assess these projects correctly, then we can pick the winners, or we can pick those that have more confidence from the community, more trust, that will perform in a way that we will not be tainted or affected from something going badly with them. So yeah, just looking forward to clinch these three so that we can use that to bring in more people, to bring in more users. And like I told you, Cal, one of the greatest ideas that we could have out of this is to start hosting spaces for memes, and then probably do something live with them, something like, if we like the project, we buy, I don't know, 0.1% live, and you are part of the incubation program, something like that. I don't know. We have to think about it. We have to polish that, but the essence is pretty nice in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's a lot that we can do with these communities, and like we've said, they're extremely active. They have a lot of positive engagement around them. So really, the key is showing that we're not just coming in and saying, "Hey, do all this for us and for nothing in exchange." We're coming in and saying, we like what you're doing. We want to support you, and we want to build with you and grow with you as your community grows. We want our community to grow. How can we find ways that benefit you and benefit us and work together, to continue that growth, especially that we're on the cusp of this kind of bull market that we're starting to see. So, really important, in my opinion, to show that we're serious about making, adding value to their ecosystem, not just looking for them to add value to ours. I think that's where a lot of people get it wrong is, they come in too hard and say, do all this for us, and that's it. So really important that we focus on what can we do for you, and then all we're looking for in exchange is use our platform, bring your users, refer them in, have them be engaged, earn rewards, but in exchange we'll own 1% of your meme token supply, and we won't sell it. We'll keep it in the treasury, as long as you remain active on the platform and grow with us. And then we grow with you. Our success is your success is our success, and we do that. And if we collaborate like that, my goal by the end of the year is have 10 of these meme communities and also have the Dash community onboarded. So that's 11 major communities onboarded, and highly active in growing together. And I think doing that is how we're going to get to 10,000 monthly active users by the end of this year. And then for 2025, we'll set an even more ambitious goal, which we'll talk about, as the end of the year approaches. But, focusing on that is extremely important. So.
Yeah. And you know what? The guest from yesterday, the founder of Aguri, well, the CTO lead of Aguri, I really like that kind of people, because they do have like I think he has a great energy, and he has an approach to memes that, it's not only the degen side of things, but it's also like, meme coins with purpose. And there are many out there that think like that do things like that. So it's just a matter of finding them. But yeah, I like I said, I'm really excited of what can come out of this whole initiative.
100%. Just looking through the threadcast. Um, Mariano said, "INLEO meme communities, INLEO and memes are a match made in heaven." And then you made a meme too. Very meta. Yeah, I think similar to the Dash integrations too, we've got something that they want in terms of technology and rewards, and they've got something we want in terms of users and activity and engagement. So, merging the two of those is really a good way to be successful together. Big fan. And the network effects from INLEO to meme is going to make great sense, mostly with INLEO investing in them. Yeah, I mean, our investment in them and owning some of their token supply is really about showing them that we're serious about growing with them and investing in their success. So I think it's a really high impact way for us to show them how serious we are in terms of, collaboration. I think one of the main problems that we're trying to solve is that we've tried to collaborate with a lot of communities in the past. And those collaborations, are tend to be kind of short-lived, and they wonder, what we're doing for them in terms of adding value and whatnot. And I think that an investment like that, just really signals that we're in it for the long run with them, and we're looking to, onboard their users and also reward their users and be engaged with their community, in the long run, not just, have a short-term, PR release and call it a day, but instead that we can grow alongside them. Andersino said, "Looks like it's going to be a hectic November, December for us Lions." Yeah, I mean, like I said, onboarding is one thing, retaining users is another thing, and it really takes the community being highly engaged in order to retain people. So, Task has talked about this, we've talked about this, a lot of people have. If we onboard people and INLEO is like a ghost town, there's little threads being made, not very many blog posts, low engagement, low comments. People aren't going to want to stay. So we need to have high engagement, positive energy. We need to be a community that people actually want to be a part of. Um, and that's up to you guys to be, active and engaged and doing those things. So that when people do come in, it's not a ghost town. It's somewhere that they want to spend time and read good information and be engaged with and earn rewards, community. So we can only as a team we can only do so much. We can partner with these communities, we can get them to onboard their users, but at the end of the day, if they come in and it's a ghost town, then they're not going to want to stay. So if you guys are active and you're doing things and you're looking for threads and you're engaging with them and you're encouraging them to be more active, that's how we're gonna sustain the growth.
Vic Van is asking, what's in Leo roadmap on making the Leo token of much greater value? Vic, well, I like you. I think this is probably a question for the AMA, because it has to do with tokenomics and with, long-term development. And I don't know, let's just talk about, like, ask questions about this whole topic of what we're doing for the next 2 months. This is the end game. Like Carl said, this is just the last sprint. And we're gonna see 8,000 users come and stay on INLEO. And Yeah, like Andresino said, it's going to be a hectic month for Lions in general. More for for the onboarding side, but it's probably like, I don't want to say it like this, but it's your job to retain them. Like, of course, we have the tools, but in the end, it's the community that makes other people stay, that makes other people say, "Oh, wow, I really like this place. I really like how they roll, the kind of engagement I get." I remember that most people that are on social media, they are in it because of the kind of interactions and the attention and the dopamine effect that being on a community brings. Everyone wants to be part of something. INLEO has that something. It doesn't matter if it's threads. It doesn't matter if it's the communities themselves. It doesn't matter if it's just, I don't know, a small group like the threadcasts we have. But in the end, it's all about community. Community brings community, and making people feel like they're at home. Like, we can do as much as we can as a team, but in the end, it's going to depend on you guys.
Absolutely.
And it just brings that sense
Um,
of ownership that Taskmaster has always been talking about how you are not a token holder, you are a shareholder, sort of like a company owner, because you need to have this sense of belonging and that this sense of ownership, that it's not only about what the platform does, but also what I can do for the platform and how can I contribute to the platform. And the way that I contribute is going to directly, exponentially affect how the platform adoption and the token, the price of the token performs. So it's all about, and we have been doing this very well. The community has been stepping up amazingly. We have probably, and I would dare to say, the most active and most loyal community in crypto in general. And I know crypto out there. So, like, it's not easy, guys, for a project to have this amount of users every single month without drops, without like continuing an uptrend. And you've seen it with other platforms that came out this past couple of years. The hype dies down, the attention goes anywhere else, and the platforms die. So you guys have to understand that this long-term approach that INLEO has is very hard to replicate and it's very hard to emulate. And having a community like you guys, it's almost impossible for other projects to actually build it. And that's why they hire community managers that will only dedicate to building community, and that's a full-time job, and that's something that gets paid a lot of money, and most projects don't even succeed at that. So I guess my point is, the way that INLEO values the community, guys value what INLEO is doing by providing you these tools and this platform, because it's hard to find.
Absolutely. Just looking through the threadcast. Yeah, I'm seeing Andersino posting some images and memes. We definitely could use just more Leo memes in general as well. I think onboarding these meme communities will bring a lot more memes in general to the platform, including, memes about Leo. So ultimately, I think that's a good thing. Uh, yeah, let's talk about the Dash integration a little bit. I saw a few of you mention it. So, the meme communities that we're looking to onboard, that's one approach, with the 1% investment from the Leo Treasury, and then getting them onboarded and active and teaching them how to use the referral code to bring in their user base. And then another thing that we're working on, and we've talked about this a lot, is the Dash partnership. So we are, from a technical perspective, uh, we've actually updated Leo Dex in testing. It's not live yet. but we've updated LeoDex to be able to automate swaps for the Hive aggregation bridge. So this automation protocol is actually going to replace the current Hive aggregation for swaps. So instead of a manual process, like if you've tried one so far, it's actually a manual process right now where you go to swap, say, let's say you swap Hive to Dash. You would do a manual, step-by-step process where you have to actually confirm each transaction. Um, and that is a cool, non-custodial solution. That being said, sometimes there's problems with it, which cause transactions to get stuck. So it creates a user experience that's not very good. Um, so the new LeoDex V2 for Hive aggregation is fully automated. You literally click swap and then it does everything automatically. Um, and I'm really excited about that because I think it's what we need to get a lot more Hive aggregation activity. And then in addition, I'd say the main reason we're doing it is it actually is what's needed for the Dash integration. So the Dash integration allows people with the Dash wallet to sign up to INLEO using a light account. So very similar to like X or Google, what we have right now. So they'll be able to sign up to INLEO using a Dash wallet address. And then they'll sign up to INLEO and then they'll start using the platform. And then it creates a Hive account for them on the back end. And then they start getting engaged and active. And as they earn rewards, those rewards will actually be automatically paid out in Dash into their Dash wallet. And the way that's done is using the LeoDex automation flow that I just described, where their Leo Hive HBD rewards will be converted using the LeoDex aggregator into Dash and then paid out to their Dash wallet. And then in addition to that, they can also buy stuff on INLEO using Dash. So for example, they can buy premium by using Dash. So they can click a button where it says spend $10 worth of Dash and then get INLEO premium for 30 days, or spend $100 in Dash and get INLEO premium for 365 days if they choose the yearly option. And it lets them do all of that in Dash, including creator subscriptions as well. So it creates a two-way flow that I think is really positive for both ecosystems. So I think it's going to drive in a ton of users, and then it's also going to create automated trading volume for LeoDex. So that automated trading volume is obviously creating value capture for the Leo token as well. So just a lot of value capture happening on that front, as those Dash users get onboarded. But I'm really excited about the Dash integration. I think it's going to be extremely positive ecosystem for onboarding, thousands of new users. Yeah, and like Beehiver said, it's going to increase the usability. So this update increases the usability of LeoDex from a manual perspective. It also increases the usability of LeoDex from an automated perspective, where trading volume is actually kind of built in, because as these Dash users get active, their rewards are getting automatically swapped through LeoDex. So it's like if you imagine that 1,000 people get onboarded through the Dash ecosystem, and they start earning, just say they earn $1,000 a month, total. Then that's $1,000 a month in automated trading volume on LeoDex. So it's built-in trading volume that will always be there as long as those users are active. So, the more activity they have, the more rewards they earn, the more trading volume there will be on LeoDex. So I'm pretty excited about that as well from a value capture perspective for the Leo token.
It almost feels like all that we've been doing in the past year is finally, what's the word?
Coming to
falling in
fruition.
line. Yeah. Yeah. And like everything is, creating synergy for this last run of the year. And who knows? I mean, I don't really want to talk market right now, but and I know it's the growth goal, but it almost aligns with what we're doing, with what's happening in crypto. So in the end, it feels like it's just gonna be incredibly well positioned for the bull market to come.
I agree. Yeah, a lot of what we're doing is positioning. And like I said, the Leo token price going up is also going to lead to more users. So, if we can put all these into place, we create a lot of exponential growth. Beehiver said, I'm excited about the impact Dash users will have on INLEO and the Hive blockchain. Bring it on. Yeah, I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to have a lot of impact. I think it's going to bring in a lot of a lot of people that are positive, engaged, want to grow. The Dash ecosystem's very similar to like the meme ecosystems. Like the Dash ecosystem has a lot of hardcore users that want to see growth and want to be active and engaged. So having these things in place is fantastic. But yeah, I think that catches us all up on the Threadcast as well. Um, I see Monk Master's been talking about Wee by JP. Yeah, we've had JP on Chain Chatter before, so that's potentially another meme community that we can onboard that also is connected to the Thorchain community, which we have some pretty close ties. So definitely something we'll look into. Like I said, these first three meme communities are really providing a template, similar to the Dash integration, providing a template for us to then go out and collaborate with other communities as well. So really important that we make these ones successful, because then we can use them as case studies to go to other communities and say, look how successful this was, not just for the Leo ecosystem and the Leo token and the monthly active users on INLEO, but also for these other, meme communities. They got more active, they earn more rewards, their community's a lot stronger because of it, etc. So, let's focus on making what we've got now extremely successful. Focus one-on-one with these community leaders and make sure that everything works. And if it works, then we scale. So, the key is make it work in a small environment and then scale up. And that's what we're doing. So yeah, Beehiver said, what I love most about INLEO is that we always try new things, even non-conventional. If one of them hits, then we're set for life. Yeah, I mean it's really important to always be iterating. So I'm big on iteration cycles. You guys know this, releasing things, taking in feedback, iterating, and continuing forward on that scale, whether it's technical or otherwise. So we'll continue to do that. But with that said, I think that catches us up and we're at the top of the hour. So any closing thoughts, Eric, as we get back to work, talking to these community leaders and onboarding them and getting active?
Well, not really, but what I do want to say is that, guys, let's learn a little bit about how meme communities operate and how they get attention from other, from other places. Let's, what would be the word? Join the Telegram and get active. I know that we are not friends with Web2 and all of these platforms, but it's for a greater cause. It's to get adopted in a general sense and to get more people to hear about Leo and to know what we're doing. So it just takes 5 minutes of your day and it will definitely help out, get more people on board. So yeah, that's basically it. So join the Telegram. I dropped the link in the Threadcast.
Yep. Join up on the Telegram. I posted a thread about that yesterday too. Definitely want to see more people get active in those raids. They pretty much happen on a nearly daily basis. Um, so yeah, get active on Telegram and just watch out for those raids and retweeting and liking the tweets that are posted in those raids is a great way to help INLEO grow as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. All right. Well, jump in the Telegram. Be ready for new users and be active with them. Like I said, be engaging, give people a reason to stay. We can onboard them and we can work with these communities, but at the end of the day, it's really up to the community, you guys, to be active on threads, to be active on posts, and create an engaging environment that's fun to be around and be a part of. So, just make INLEO fun and engaging, and people will stay. So that's all I got. thanks for coming to the growth call this week. I believe Task will be doing a Lions Den tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. So keep your eyes open for that. But otherwise, it's been a good episode, and the AMA will be returning on next Tuesday, noon Eastern. I'll have some interesting stuff to show you guys at that AMA. So set some reminders and make sure you join up for the AMA. I think Threads V2 is going to go live tomorrow. Tentatively, depending on how the last round of bug fixes go today. But I think it's pretty likely that we'll have Threads V2 live by tomorrow. So keep your eyes open for that. There's, like I said, there's a couple new features, but really it's about scalability and making the back end faster and the front end faster. So you'll notice that the speed is dramatically improved on the front end. You'll also notice a handful of new features, like the back button actually taking you back into the place you were at in the feed. Some new styling for rethreads, and a few other things. So this update is very much focused on scalability and speed. So speed is going to be dramatically improved, and I'm excited for that. So look out for that. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll have it live. So thanks, Eric. Thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you at the Lions Den tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.